We may live in Northwest Ohio, but that doesn't mean we don't have good barbecue. Right behind me is a place that, yeah, it doesn't look like a restaurant because it's not. It's the smokehouse for Deet's Barbecue. Let's go inside and see how all their delicious food is made. Barbecue is in the blood of owner Trevor Deeter, who started putting his twist on ribs, chicken, brisket, and so much more in 2010. What goes on in this food laboratory?
Food laboratory. So this is kind of the beginning of everything that we do. So all of our raw products, seasonings, everything comes in here to be produced for various operations that we do.
And what Trevor and Deet's does is a lot.
Our original store is in Maumee on Conant Street. That used to be this. It's only 1,100 square feet, and all of our production for catering, weddings, everything, including the restaurant operation, happened out of that kitchen. Right before we got the restaurant, we found a food truck, and kind of all started from there. I don't want to say it was a hobby, but we didn't think it would turn into what it is. It's expanded into multiple retail stores and the smokehouse.
Previously a semi-truck repair shop, Deeter transformed the McCord Road facility, replacing the smell of diesel fuel with the aroma of smoked meats.
Anything from chicken wings, chicken breast, half and quarter chickens, St. Louis style ribs, everything is all processed here.
I want to see some of the behind the scenes, so can you take us through some of the food here?
Absolutely, yeah.
This is where it all begins. This is where your day starts?
Yep, so we use 2 different kinds of woods depending on what meat we're smoking. We have a fruit wood and a hard oak wood that we use.
The wood feeds 4 smokers on the inside.
These are our St. Louis style ribs. These have been smoking for 4.5 to 5 hours. They're dry rubbed with our house seasoning, and then we smoke them over red oak. Took a couple awards of the Northwest Ohio Rib Off over the past couple years.
Now if someone would look in there and think, wow, this is a mess.
Oh, it's dirty, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
but that's not the case.
This is actually power washed very regularly, but the amount of grease, seasoning, and fat drippings from the meat causes it to look like this very regularly. It's more commonly referred to as a seasoned pit.
When we visited, the seasoned pit next door was busy smoking chicken wings. How long the wings in here?
About 3 hours. Our wing rub we make, the rub for our ribs, our pork, our brisket is all our signature recipes.
And we're gonna see the brisket next, right over there?
Yeah, we don't have any that's being smoked, but we do have the next part of the process where we slice it. So.
Hey, that's a closer stage to being eaten, so I'm good with that. We're getting there, we're moving right along.
This is our commissary manager, Brittany, and she is trimming our whole briskets right now. We do brisket quite a bit differently than most people do. A lot of people take the whole briskets right out of the smoker and they'll hand slice them in thick, 1/4 to 1/2 inch portions. We're slicing ours a little bit more deli style, thinly, and then it's warmed on the grill and served on a bun as a sandwich. It's something that we started doing right off the top, and it's a customer favorite for sure.
So from here, what's the next step for the brisket?
We'll take it and we'll put it on the flat top and warm it up and sauce it and make it into whatever is ordered by the customer. That's something we can do at the store.
And we will see that at the shop.
So this is our buffalo chopper. This does all the processing of our shredded products, anything from produce, cheese, meats.
And buffalo, I take it?
And buffalo.
Apparently?
Yeah. There's our chopped brisket.
We'll mess around in there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So this is the pitmaster Bill, and he's got some chicken going.
We take whole chicken breast, it's then seasoned and smoked. What he's doing now is taking the individual breasts and portioning them into sandwich-sized portions.
No science to this, just sort of, weight.
It's like, it's exact ounces. So our chicken sandwiches are a 5-ounce portion. So he's weighing everything within 0.2 of an ounce. So after doing it a million times, it's almost like you see people that are really good at doing an ice cream cone. Just after doing it so many times, you get it down.
Why personally for you did you get into this? What was it, a passion of yours for a long time, barbecue?
No, actually, I was in college at Central Michigan University for 5 years for graphic design, and 5 years in, I hated it. I'm sure you've heard of that before, but my father actually was in this in the 80s in Florida, and he encouraged me that if I wasn't going to do the college thing, to not do something else, let's open a store. So with his wife, him and I opened this back in 2010, and it's just been growing ever since.
Ever since Trevor Dieter opened Deet's BBQ in 2010, his award-winning food has flourished into some of the most in-demand grub in Northwest Ohio.
It's unbelievable barbecue. It's the best barbecue in town.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah, it's delicious. It's great.
With his empire expanding to another restaurant at the Crossroads in Rossford in 2017, I had to go behind the scenes to see how Dieter creates his mouth-watering magic. We're gonna get a look at some ribs, huh?
You got it. So these are our St. Louis style ribs. We showed you how we smoked them earlier, and now we're gonna take them and grill them off with a little bit of our sweet barbecue sauce. Want to give these a flip?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just gonna reach in there and flip them
So
right
you
over.
gotta get kind of deep, huh?
Yep, you got it. Man, that was
Nice.
perfect.
Thank you.
Sauce the back of these a little bit.
So you put a little bit of sauce on them?
Yep.
But I notice your stuff isn't dripping with sauce.
You got it. And actually, until the customer orders it, we don't have anything that has barbecue sauce on it whatsoever. We like to pay a little bit more for some good quality meat, and so they taste a good seasoned product, and they don't have to be drowned in a sweet, sticky barbecue sauce unless they'd like it. Now we're gonna cut these up right over here on this cutting board. This here is a full rack. A half rack would be 5 to 6 bones. A full rack's 10 to 12.
The most ribs you've seen in one sitting someone take down.
Probably two full racks. So
Wow, 2 full racks?
20 to 24 bones.
You've been doing this a while. You've seen a lot.
Yeah,
Ooh,
go
it's
ahead.
hot.
Get after it.
That is great. Ribs. I had ribs for lunch. That's why I'm doing this. Next up was Deet's pulled pork brisket concoction known as the Big Pete. Look at that.
So that's your brisket. Then we take and we're going to top that with a little bit of our slow smoked pulled pork.
That was all prepared at the smokehouse as well?
Yep. So that's our pulled pork on top of there.
Just a little bit of that.
A little bit of our sweet barbecue sauce. And then this sandwich is finished off with a little bit of our creamy coleslaw.
It's a good complement of flavors.
Right over the top.
Have a little bit of that cool coleslaw on a hot sandwich.
And that's the Big Pete.
That is Big Pete.
Can't even barely
Big
get the
Pete
lid
can't
on
even get his head on.
You got
Let's
it.
give this a shot. Outstanding. If poultry is your game, Deet's puts its own spin on chicken chunks.
Around Toledo, I feel like chicken chunks are like everywhere.
Yep.
Ours are totally different. They're not breaded or fried. So we take the whole white meat chicken breast, dry rub it, smoke it, cut it into these portions, and then we take it on the grill, grill it up. Again, you can choose if you want barbecue sauce or not. And then we cube it up and serve it that way. So it's just whole white meat chicken breast, grilled, smoked. It's not breaded or fried.
Another winner. Yeah. You don't need sauce with that.
Yeah.
There is so much flavor built into that. I could see some mac and cheese maybe complementing
Oh
this
yeah,
well.
we can do some mac and cheese.
We kept the cheese flowing with an order of pulled pork nachos. Oh yes.
man. You asked
Oh
for it.
yes. Then Trevor whipped up a batch of Deet's addicting cornbread.
Obviously, it's a small item, but it is our #1 selling item. We sell more cornbread than we do anything, and that's drinks or sides of barbecue sauce or anything. So it's an easy add-on to any meal, and it's definitely almost like a dessert.
Thought we might try like one item. You basically gave us the entire menu. This is fantastic.
That's what we do.
We got the brisket and pulled pork, coleslaw, Big Pete,
That's a Big Pete.
chicken chunks, ribs, pulled pork nachos,
Yep.
mac and cheese, and the cornbread down here at the end.
You got to get the fresh cornbread.
Fresh cornbread right out of the oven.
Yep.
And then what, the honey butter we got?
Yep, that's our whipped honey butter. Yep.
So soft.
What say you?
Let's do it. We might be developing a new challenge right here, the Deet's Challenge. Phenomenal.
Cool,
Thanks
man.
a lot, man.
Yep, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Check them out, Deet's BBQ.
401 Nosh is brought to you by Tanks Meats in Elmore, family owned and operated since 1907.